Yes, my people, welcome back. And let's see what's going on today. So, a lot of people actually had a lot of losers today. I don't know why, but let's just see what happened today. So, based on my 1 hour chart, price is bullish. And as I said, I think yesterday, you could use that as the week low, well, the protector low. This as the week high. And you can see that price is pulling back. Someone else might use this low here. And obviously, it's clear that price is just in a pullback leg. So, whatever one you potentially want to use is completely fine. Let me just double check because today is Thursday, right? Yeah, today is Thursday. Yeah. Um. So now if we head over to our 5 minute time frame, we can see that price is actually bearish. So if we're looking at my most recent zone, then we have this area here where I would like for price to tap into, and then I can look for potential shorts because we've just gotten below the SMA, and so we've tapped into it now. And you can have this as your one, that's as a two, this as a three, four, five, and then you can look for trade shorts. However, you could always go down to your low time frame, such as the 1 minute, and then look for a Q entry just to confirm that price actually wants to, make its way back down. So on our 1 minute time frame, one, two, three, four, five. You could say that price has. Let me just mark that out quickly. So you can say that price has potentially, well, you like for price to tap into maybe this area here, which is an area of supply and demand. And if that's not the case, then you like for price to tap into this area here. So it really depends on what price wants to do. But all we're doing is just following the SMA, following the structure, and then just seeing how price moves out. So, there was an entry for IB here because this kind of got swept. And obviously, you could have had a stop above that high. Targeted at 1.2, 1.3 R. And then that could have been you done for the day, like that. Um, you may have not been happy to take that trade there, and obviously you guys can see that price continues higher. So let me just double check. Yeah, price continues higher, but now we can see, as I said before, price is now tapped into this area here. So again, if we look closely, you can see that this is my last up candle. We don't close above it or below it, so it's an IB candle. So now you could use that as your entry with your stop there, stop above that high there, and obviously your target whatever. So if you did catch a move within this area here, there's nothing wrong with it. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. You just have to understand that potentially you might have got caught out, where you get stopped out, break even, etc., etc. Because on another day we might be able to take out the low. It just wasn't the case for this high here. However, you'd have still been able to capitalize potentially on something within here. So if I drop my fade from this high to this low quickly, you can see we've tapped 618. So you could have used that as your entry method with your stop above the high, at the protected high, sorry, and then obviously you'll take profit at the low. And of course you could take out partials once price hit at 1 to 1, move your stop to break even, and then obviously a second partial would have been at 1.6 R, or you could have just taken your full profits at a 1 R. Really depends on you. But all of this came from understanding where we are within structure based on my 5 minute time frame, understanding where we are as well on my 1 hour time frame. Understood that price is overall bullish, however it looks like we're in the pullback phase. Head over to my 5 minute, we can see that price was bearish. Look for my most recent zone, waiting for price to tap into something. So on our higher time frame, we can see that that area that we marked out is just an area of is a fractal, which is a hidden SNDR. Go to a 1 minute, and then obviously you can see how this has now played out very, very lovely. And yeah, so these things are gonna happen where price doesn't take out the low that we've come from, and you're gonna have to accept that. Hence why we have, what's it called, stop losses. We move our stops to break evens, why we manage our risk, because nothing's ever guaranteed. Too many people think Just because price has now hit this level, it should take out this low. No, it's not guaranteed. Price could come back and take out this high, and even that's not guaranteed. So it just really, really depends on what you see. So just before I head out, so we've gone past my trading time, so I don't want to make this too long. But just to wrap it up quickly, we were trading from this high. This was the week low. We had that there. We had the SBS, but can you see how internally we took out this high? Then we took out this low, but it was a sweep. So hence we enough just the first flip. We ended up taking out that high, and we're now taking out this high here. So if someone is looking at things from an internal structure, then they may not take this trade because they understand where they are within price. You see that? So even these little things can help you from taking a trade because you understand, yes, price is bearish based on my 5-minute time frame, based off this low and based off this high. However, internally the price is bullish. We're making higher highs and higher lows. We had that inducement, we had that sweep. Price faked out some people, and obviously price is now pushed over up. But these things are gonna happen. And if I just close up my chart, see what's happened throughout today. So yeah, you can see how price is now flipped bullish. Even on my my 5-minute time frame, price is now bullish based off the SMAs. But if we head over back to our 1 hour chart, you can see that the pullback was over. And how do I know that the pullback was over? Well, because if this was my low and that's the week high, all we done looks like price just wanted to tap into this area here. We clearly had an SBS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can have this as your 5, and then obviously this as a 4, where we kind of create a double bottom. If you guys can see, low, high, low, higher, high. Really depends on how you see it. And obviously prices are now pushed higher, so you can now say that the pullback is over. So in this situation here, what can I do now? Go down to my lower time frame, such as the 5-minute, and then if we're looking at things from a swing point of view, we took out this high here, we took out this low here, and then we need to still take out this high. But then someone else might say, okay, let me look at this. We took out this low, then we took out this high. So now technically we're bullish. So it really depends on what swing high and swing lows you guys are using. For me personally, I'm trying to look at the external. So this was a high, this was the low, that was the higher high. So let me do that all again quickly. So for me, this was the low, the high we produced, then we made a lower low. So now I need this high to get taken out before I can start looking for anything based off my 5-minute structure. But now we've got the SMAs in line with us, but all that has come from is the 1 hour time frame. So that's how you can use your higher time frame to help you build a narrative. But I don't want to make this video too long. Always remember that victory belongs to the most tenacious. Wherever you know what, I'm wishing you guys a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and I'll see you lots tomorrow. Ciao.